Were you looking for something? Hello everyone, how are we doing? This week I thought we'd do something a little bit different. It's exam season. It's that time of the year where we all get stressed out and grow 1 million white hairs. I thought I'd take you through my exam season. Today is Tuesday, January 22nd, and I have my first exam. It's an English exam, and you have to write an opinion essay. We're supposed to reference Hamlet in this essay, and yesterday I didn't remember anything from the story. I started to get confused with Othello, and then A Midsummer Night's Dream, and then Macbeth, and I was like, this is too much Shakespeare. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of reading, and then yeah, we'll see what happens.
And thus I began the brain crunch. The first duty of the day was to brush up on Hamlet. I was pretty lost with the plot at this point, so I ate up the entire book as fast as possible. But that wasn't where it ended. I soon had a mini mental breakdown because I remembered that this was an exam, and in less than 2 hours, I would be mercilessly writing a novel on God knows what. So I ended up scribbling a meager outline of what I would write on the essay. Things were going well, for now at least.
So it's been about 20 minutes of me studying, and by the laws of senioritis, that means I get a break. So I'm eating lunch right now. We're approximately 1 hour out of exam time.
We have to leave here in like 20 minutes because I have to get there at least half an hour early. It kind of like calms me down when I'm obnoxiously early for things.
I officially declare that it is judgment hour. We are about to walk into the war zone, if you know what I mean. You can't see what I'm wearing, but I am dressed for battle. I can't have anything holding me back. Wish me luck. Hopefully I do well.
Hello, so it's been finished. Here's a little story. So I walk into the examination room, all ready to write, my pens and pencils ready, when I face my first obstacle. Right there on the chalkboard in big fat letters is written that I can only write in pen. How am I supposed to write a 1,000 word essay in pen without screwing up? Not once. What ended up happening was my exam looked like chicken scratch, just like hieroglyphs. Anyways, I start to write. Things are doing well, my sentences are making sense. And then I realize I'm still wearing my pajamas. How did that happen? Anyways, now we're gonna go home. I'm gonna take a bit of a break, and then we're gonna go to the gym. I'll see you guys at home. And then we went to the gym. I forgot my shorts, so I had to work out in pants, and it felt like I was wearing a sauna. But things like going to the gym must be done even if they taste bitter, so I put my head down and lifted weights like it was my goal to become as swole as the Michelin Man. Before I knew it, we were done with our Arnold Schwarzenegger bodybuilding shenanigans, and off to our den we were headed.
Hello everyone, so we're back from the gym. It's almost 6:30, so we're gonna make dinner soon. Not gonna lie, today was a pretty good day. The exam was good, except for a couple obstacles. My mom and I, we had a really good gym session. We intimidated like a couple people, I'm sure about it. After dinner, I'll probably take a shower and then go to bed. Probably gonna go to bed early today because I'm actually mentally exhausted.
On Wednesday, I woke up and I was ready to face the day. I started by greeting the mysterious strangers of my household.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
And then went on to have breakfast. Now, the usual bread I used for my avocado toast was missing in action, so I had to improvise and make an avocado tortilla. Strange, I know.
Sorry, that was a bit loud. So now, ladies and gents, we need to study for physics. My physics exam is on Friday, so I have like 2 days to study. If you're wondering how I study for these things, I do as many practice problems as possible, and hopefully that works. Anyways, let's get started.
I started by studying motion. The key idea here was projectiles, i.e. what happens when you yeet something. I flew through this quickly before the hounds in my stomach began to howl for food.
Yes, I eat the same thing every day. Stop making fun of me. So I've just finished studying the first unit. The first unit was motion. Things are going pretty well. Next, we're gonna study forces. This is where things get a little bit spicy. I'm wearing my jacket indoors because it's negative 3,000 for some reason, and I'm suffering.
And for the rest of the day, that's what I did. But for now, I would like to bring your attention to this spaghetti squash. My mom saw it on the Food Network the other day and decided it would be cool to adopt one for dinner. Here's how you make it. Begin by preheating your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Meanwhile, cut open the spaghetti squash to reveal its guts. Then scoop out said guts with a spoon. You're going to end up with these 2 yellow pits of hell, which you will douse in salt and sprinkle lightly with black pepper. Finally, place these 2 halves face down on a baking sheet and observe the 2 butt cheeks staring back at you. Set your timer for 50 minutes and when they're finished, plop them out onto a plate and enjoy. I must say, it tasted divine. It felt like I was really fooling myself that I was in fact eating spaghetti. And the best part, only 31 calories per 100 grams. How amazing!
Must stay awake So today, my dudes, what are we doing? We have to continue studying for physics. Not gonna lie, I'm not doing that well in the time management department. Ew, my eyes are burning. We're gonna go downstairs now, have breakfast, and then we'll keep on studying. Probably not gonna be a lot of talking today because I really have to crunch. Okay, let's go.
Now on Thursday, this was where the reality of the situation began to set in. The exam was less than 24 hours away, and although I was semi on track, the immediacy of it was not helping. I wrote until I developed carpal tunnel syndrome in my wrist, but it might have been worth it because I finished one entire unit in the span of 2 hours.
I've always said that you get your best thoughts on the toilet, which is why I bring you this update from said place. So I've been studying for 2 hours and I finished the energy unit. Things are going pretty well. I'm understanding everything, so that's good. I'm probably gonna have lunch soon because I'm beginning to feel a bit peckish.
Not much happened the rest of the day. I finished studying the final unit, which was electricity, and was busy reviewing the entire course once more when, as if foreshadowing things to come, an 8-legged demon decided to jump scare me while I was getting ready for bed. I had to call an emergency backup to deal with this situation, but we dealt with it in the end. After that fiasco, I went to bed, for a good night's sleep can make all the difference. The wretched day had arrived. It was time for the physics exam. I woke up bright and obnoxiously early the next morning to read my notes one last time. My mind was racing. What is Newton's third law? What is Newton's second law? Why does Newton have so many laws and where does he keep them? I must admit, this calmed me down a lot.
Good morning, my dudes. I finished studying everything. I'm feeling pretty good. That's a good sign. If you're wondering, we still don't have bread, so I have to make an avocado tortilla, which is just something else, I must admit. I finished eating breakfast. We're about to leave. I don't know if you guys did the math, but I got 4 hours of sleep last night, which is a terrible idea, especially on exam day. So I'm feeling loopy and delirious. The whole package is there. To deal with this, I'm going to take a caffeine pill. I was not raised on the whole coffee situation, so I have to resort to caffeine pills. I'm not really the biggest fan of doing this because you crash afterwards. Kids, please don't do this. It's dangerous. Probably not. It's just not healthy. The culprit. I'm like freaking out. Okay, the caffeine pills are really kicking in. Let me just say that. I feel like I'm going 1,000,000 miles per hour. Let's go take this test.
And then into battle I went. Now, obviously, I am no inexperienced noob, so I did not film inside the examination room. That would be a rookie mistake. But what I can do for you is reenact the battle. So, like last time, I waltzed into the exam room, decked out in my test-taking tools. Upon receiving the exam, I started writing at sonic speed. I was writing so fast, steam was coming out of my ass. This is all powered by that magic caffeine, obviously. It was coursing through my veins like electricity through a conductor. However, things were not all merry, since a while later, my bladder started screaming. I had to pee. So I asked my teacher if I could go to the washroom, to which he allowed. Other than that, however, the test went well. I was out of there in 2 hours and home within another 10 minutes. It's funny how the concept of time has completely consumed us as a human species. We love to carry around little clocks on our wrists, but seem to forget that it is only a conglomeration of gears. Why have we based our lives upon such objects? Why do we live this way? As the common man says, the proof is in the pudding. I've never had pudding. Honestly, it kind of sounds disgusting. Sounds like the word puddle. Could you imagine a puddle of pudding? Try saying that 10 times fast. Puddle of pudding, puddle of pudding, puddle of poofing, puffle of Hufflepuff. What? My god, how the turns have tabled, haven't they? Anyways, what a time to be alive, right boys, girls, dogs, cats, uncles, aunts, octopi? I want to be a squid.